In 2024-25, one political party in India received more money than all others combined by a massive margin. That party, no surprises here, was the Bharatiya Janata Party or the BJP. According to disclosures filed with the Election Commission of India, the BJP received over 6,000 crores in political donations in one single financial year. That figure is not just large, it's highly uneven. Out of roughly 7,000 crores donated to major national and regional parties combined, the BJP alone captured around 85%. The Indian National Congress, the principal opposition party, received just over 520 crores. What's more concerning is who gave the money to the BJP. Companies under ED scanner, companies that landed massive government projects, and companies that got hefty subsidies. This is a story about an increase in concentration of political funding and a story about quid pro quo and its influence on India's democracy. Let me explain. We've been reporting on electoral funding for years now. When the Supreme Court forced the Election Commission to make electoral bond data public in 2024, we went through hundreds of documents to bring you the details. This at a time when even large news organizations chose to look away. Because how political parties are funded is central to understanding who holds power in our democracy. Our job is to make this visible. And we can do that because we don't take money from the corporates who fund political parties or from governments that benefit from that funding. Which is why we depend only on you. And since this is the last episode of Let Me Explain for 2025, we are giving you 20% off on annual joint subscription and 15% off on a 6-month joint subscription. You know the drill. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description. Let this be your good deed for 2025. And if you want to support me and my team, you can choose any amount of your liking and support us with the link in the description. To understand why the surge in electoral donations matters, we need to look at what happened just a year earlier. For nearly 6 years, political funding in India was dominated by the electoral bond scheme. Electoral bonds allowed companies and individuals to donate unlimited amounts of money without revealing their identities to the public. In February 2024, the Supreme Court struck down the scheme. The court said that anonymous political funding took away voters' constitutional right to information and made it easier for corporate influence to go unchecked. But corporate money did not exit politics, even after electoral bonds were scrapped. Instead, it changed form. The vacuum left by electoral bonds was quickly filled by electoral trusts. By the way, electoral trusts are legal entities registered with the Election Commission. They collect donations from companies and individuals and then distribute that money to political parties. Unlike electoral bonds, electoral trusts require disclosures of both donors and recipients, but often with limited detail. That is, a trust doesn't have to say which company's money went to which party specifically. But it's very evident from the numbers that most of the money went to the BJP. Let's look at Prudent Electoral Trust, currently the biggest electoral trust in India. In 2024-25, Prudent got 2,668 crores from companies and in turn donated them to political parties. Of this, 2,180 crores went to BJP alone. That's 81%. The Congress received 216 crores. Other parties received smaller amounts. Wait, there's more. A large portion of Prudent's donations to the BJP were made during the months of April and May of 2024. This is the period when India was voting in the Lok Sabha elections. This is when political parties spend the most and when access to funds can directly shape the scale and reach of election campaigns and also possibly the outcomes. So where did Prudent's money come from? from some of the most powerful corporate groups in India. The single largest contribution to Prudent was 500 crores. That was from Elevated Avenue Realty LLP. Elevated Avenue is linked to L&T, which is one of India's largest engineering and infrastructure conglomerates. It builds highways, metro systems, power plants, defense equipment, and large industrial projects. It works closely with union and state governments and depends heavily on public contracts. This one contribution alone was more than Prudent's entire donation to the Congress for the same year. The second largest contribution to Prudent was Megha Engineering and Infrastructures Limited, or MEIL. If you add the company's contribution along with its promoter PV Krishna Reddy's, the total comes up to 320 crores. MEIL is a Hyderabad-based infrastructure company involved in irrigation projects, oil and gas pipelines, thermal power plants, and defense manufacturing. Between 2018 and 2024, MEIL was the largest donor through electoral bonds. The DLF Group, one of India's largest real estate developers, donated 100 crores. Real estate companies depend heavily on land use regulations, zoning permissions, and urban development policies. Companies linked to OP Jindal Group, the Torrent Group, and Ashok Leyland, part of the Hinduja Group, also made substantial contributions. Progressive Electoral Trust was the second largest donor among trusts. This is funded entirely by companies from the Tata Group, India's oldest and most influential conglomerate. In 2024-25, Progressive donated 915 crores to political parties. The money entirely came from Tata's companies. Of this, 758 crores, or around 83%, went to the BJP. What makes the Tata Group's donation intriguing is the timing. As this story by the Scroll notes, on Feb 29, 2024, the Union Cabinet, chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, approved 3 semiconductor units, and 2 of them were led by the Tata Group. For these 2 companies, the government was ready to give subsidies worth 44,203 crores. Exactly 4 weeks after the cabinet approval, the Tata Group donated 758 crores to the BJP through Progressive Trust. Another trust that stands out is the New Democratic Electoral Trust. This trust received funds exclusively from the Mahindra Group. Mahindra donated 160 crores in total, and of this, 150 crores went to the BJP. The remainder was split between Congress and the Shiv Sena faction led by Uddhav Thackeray. Like many other large conglomerates, Mahindra operates in sectors where government procurement and regulation are important. Okay, so electoral bonds are banished. Electoral trusts still function. But there's one more way in which parties get money. That's through direct donations. The Rungta Group, a Kolkata-based mining and power company, donated 95 crores, and its businesses include iron ore mining, steel production, and power generation. Vedanta Limited, which operates in mining, oil and gas, aluminium, and zinc, donated 67 crores. Vedanta has faced repeated regulatory and environmental scrutiny over the years, and perhaps this makes government relations especially important for its operations. Modern Road Makers, the engineering and construction arm of the IRB Group, donated over 52 crores. IRB is one of India's largest highway developers and has built roads across the country through public-private partnership models. Linkanes Technology, an electronics manufacturing firm based in Mysuru, donated 28 crores. Its semiconductor subsidiary later received combined union and state government subsidies worth over 2,300 crores for a manufacturing facility in Gujarat. The pharmaceutical sector was also prominent in donations. Companies such as Emcure Pharmaceuticals, Natco Pharma, Dr. Reddy's, Aurobindo Pharma, Lupin, Hetero Labs, and Divi's Labs contributed either directly or through electoral trusts. The Serum Institute of India, the world's largest vaccine manufacturer, donated 100 crores to the BJP. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Serum worked closely with the union government to manufacture and distribute vaccines. Pharmaceutical companies operate in a highly regulated environment. Government policies can have a significant impact on their business prospects. Large business groups such as Hero Group, the Bajaj Group, ITC, and firms linked to Kotak Group also made substantial political donations. Some of these companies did donate small amounts to opposition parties, including the Congress, but the bulk of their political donations went to the BJP. When all these figures are put together, the overall picture becomes very clear. In 2024-25, 9 electoral trusts donated 3,811 crores to political parties. The BJP received over 82% of that amount. When direct corporate donations are included, the BJP's accounted for over 85% of the total political donations received by major parties. What it shows is that the end of electoral bonds did not significantly reduce corporate involvement in political funding. Instead, it altered the routes through which money flowed.